Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Deal James Neal. And last time I spoke about what I thought Team Canada's rosters will be. So this time I thought, why not? Let's talk about what I think the Team USA final roster will be. So the USA have named a 48 prelim squad, which will be cut down before the end of the year to the final. I think is it 23. I think it's 23 man squad, which will be used in the Olympics. So, like last time, I'm going to start off with the goalies, and I think there's a clear number one. I think it's going to be Jonathan Quick. He's been fantastic the last couple of seasons for LA. In my opinion, probably the best goalie in the league, in my opinion. He does occasionally have one of those crazy moments like we saw, I think it's game one against St. Louis, where he completely misplayed the puck and they got a goal out of it. But for me, he's the number one. In terms of the other two, I would go with Corey Schneider. I think he's going to get plenty of playing time in New Jersey this year. I don't think New Jersey's going to be a particularly good team, but I think he will be the shining light of that team. The third goalie, I think, will be Jimmy Howard. He gets a lot of minutes, lots of starts in Detroit, and he's a very good goalie. You know, you can back him to get 30 plus wins, maybe even 35 this coming season, with the team Detroit have in front of him. So yeah, I think that they will be the three goalies. So that'll be Quick, Schneider, and Howard. Now, in terms of defence, I've kind of taken into account the fact that there is a bit of a Pittsburgh Penguins theme to the coaching staff, and also Ray Shero being the I don't know what I don't think he's general manager, it's like a direct executive director kind of thing. So I have included two Penguins on defence, but not on my top line. I've got Ryan Mcdonagh and Ryan Suter as my top pairing there. McDonagh's had a fantastic year, just got a contract, and also Ryan Suter probably for me will be a Norris candidate for many years to come. Fantastic player. Second pairing, I've gone with Keith Yandle of the Phoenix Coyotes. I think he could have another good year. Last year wasn't so good for him, but I'm expecting him to have a bit of a bounce back year. He was fantastic in the 11-12 season. So I'm expecting big things from Keith Yandle again this year. To play with Yandle, I think I would go with Paul Martin, the first Penguin I have on defence. Fantastic year last year for Paul Martin, probably the best of his career. Really played well as a shutdown kind of guy, but great skater, good puck mover. I think him and Yandle would make a good pairing. For the third line, I've gone with Zach Bogosian from the Winnipeg Jets, still to sign his new contract. He's an RFA this year. I've been very impressed with Bogosian every time I see the Jets. He's probably the wild card here. He gets a lot of minutes, plays with some good players. I would back him over Dustin Buckland, let's say, to make the team. But he's no way a shoo-in at all. Then I've got Shattenkirk with him of the St. Louis Blues. Plays very well, Alex Pacioretty for the Blues, so I've got him in there. And my final defenseman, number 7, is Brooks Orpik. Just because of the Penguins connection, really. I think I would imagine they will pick Brooks Orpik, who was there last time as well. Now, forward-wise, I haven't really worked out lines. I've just kind of gone with 13 guys. So I've gone with Zach Parise, Ryan Kesler, Bobby Ryan. That could be a line, I guess. All three were on the team last time. Fantastic players. I'm pretty sure those three will go. The next line the same. Phil Kessel, Joe Pavelski, and Patrick Kane. I think, again, I can't see any of those three even being debatable. One of the next three I will mention is probably very debatable, and I'm sure people will say, why the hell have you got him in there? I've got David Backes, captain of the Blues, Dustin Brown, captain of the Kings, and Alex Galchenyuk, who will be playing his sophomore year with the Montreal Canadiens. So I think Galchenyuk may go. I'm not 100% on this. He was kind of a last-minute put-in for me there. He had a good year. If he plays well, if he plays really well, I'm pretty sure he's going to make the team. I like the idea of having a smaller undersized forward there, because most of these guys who, apart from Patrick Kane, they're all pretty big guys, and that continues on to my my next 4 players. So, in terms of possibly a fourth line, I've gone with Paul Statsny, someone who could actually be traded before the Olympics begins, I think, from the Colorado Avalanche, because of the amount of centres they have there. And with him, we've got Ryan Callahan, a fantastic, gritty two-way player, definitely on the penalty kill, good right winger as well. And then I've gone with a big body. I've gone with JVR, James Van Riemsdyk from the Toronto Maple Leafs. I reckon he could be there, possibly to play with Phil Kessel on a line, maybe with Joe Pavelski. I like that line actually. I think that's good. And my 13th forward, who I've gone with is Max Pacioretty, also from the Canadiens. I really like Pacioretty's game. I think he would be a good 13th man for them. So yeah, that's my team. That's the team I would take. That's the team I think that Ray Shiro, Dan Balsma, Peter Laviolette, Tony Brasso, etc. and Todd Richards will be looking at possibly taking. In terms of the wild cards, I would say Galchenyuk definitely a wild card, Bogosian a wild card, maybe even keep Yandle as well. There are quite a few good D-men. I've missed out Eric Johnson and Jack Johnson there, and Dustin Bufflin obviously. So I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see how it pans out. I think the goalies are pretty much set, but in terms of everything else, most of the defensive places I would say are up for grabs. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know what you think your Team USA would be, and how do you reckon Team USA would get on against Team Canada, let's say, if they did reach the final. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time.